Good afternoon. I'm David Kirsten. I'm your host for another Rainmaker 2020 podcast. And today I have a very special guest, Maile Collmer, who's a renowned business coach in the Bay Area, East Bay. And she really has a hand in a lot of interesting things um, in this environment as well. So I wanted to bring Maile on to really tell us how it's done in terms of operating this new environment and providing some insight and some tips on how to not only survive in this environment but how to thrive in your business. And with that, I just wanted to turn it over to Maile to tell us a bit about your personal story for our listeners who may not know you.
Hi, David. Well, thank you so much for having me on today. And I'm so excited to share with everyone a little bit about what we can do to not just stay in business, but to thrive in business. I started out in right out of college in the entrepreneurial world and sales, in real estate sales. And I learned all kinds of forms of generating new business, which happened to have a lot of cold calling and direct prospecting aspects to it. That was back in the day before Do Not Call. And my first broker gave me a crisscross directory and said, um, call everybody on all these streets and you can, get some sales. So you'd call everybody on Pine Street and say, hey, you want to sell your house? Hey, you want to sell your house? And, growing up, I was actually shy and introverted, and um, talking to strangers wasn't something that I really, really enjoyed doing. I do love people, and I love getting to know people and building relationships, but doing it in a cold prospecting mode was not my forte. So I needed to find a different way to generate business for me and my style. And I found developing key relationships in the business community where we could pass referral business back and forth was the way that I wanted to do business. It allowed me to be in integrity with myself and make sure I was doing what's in the best interest of the client, and really create some lifelong relationships with some amazing local business owners in the community. And that's what I help other people do every day, is to build those relationships. So that's just a little bit about my story.
Excellent. And now I wanted to turn to something that's on everyone's mind, the COVID-19 environment, and just ask you how you were adapting as a seasoned business owner to this environment.
Mhm. That's a great question. Uh, there's a lot that we can't control in this environment. We can't control when the shelter in place is lifted. We can't control certain things, but there are things that we can control. And what we can control is how we react to the situation, how we respond to the situation, and how we choose to either make the most of what's happening and what we can do and walk out of this situation and a better situation, and ready for what's next, or we can, uh, you know, dig our head in the sand and postpone all of that and not be ready when things are lifted. And so I immediately shifted all of my, because I love to do face to face and interaction, because that's the best way to build relationships. So I moved everything online to mostly Zoom, so we can still stay connected, still support each other in our businesses, and still move forward with our businesses and keep that positive attitude and to tackle any obstacles that come our way together.
Great. Um, Now, a lot of people may not know this, but you are one of the foremost experts in referral marketing. And, I've really admired some of our conversations and the insight you've provided. And something I've found, and I'm sure you would agree, is that referral marketing in this type of environment is now more relevant than ever. So I just wanted you to first share with our listeners kind of, why, what referral marketing is and why it's something that a business owner should pay attention to. and not only in this environment, but just in business in general.
Thank you for that compliment, David. Actually, one of my clients who's been with me for 7 years told me on one of our mastermind sessions yesterday, one of the reasons why I still am here with you is because what you talk about is relevant no matter what's happening in the economic environment. Relationships are key to great business. So it doesn't matter what the economy is doing, it all comes down to relationships. So building a business through relationships means developing relationships, obviously. And I have some key strategies about how to find the right people to be connected to and connected with, and how to build collaborations and cooperation with other business owners where you can pass consistent referral business back and forth, and you can help more people and help the type of clients that you really enjoy working with. It also helps differentiate you in the marketplace. So there's a lot of people that are going online right now, and one of my buddies in Ascentive, he talks about the difference between the red ocean and the blue ocean in marketing. Red ocean is where you're in a sea of competition, and the blue ocean is where you're in the absence of competition. And when you have key relationships, you are marketing in the absence of competition, because those people are speaking well of you and are referring you in and putting their name to yours and saying, this is the person that you need to talk to about this situation that is going to help you, and they are the expert, versus trying to be in everybody's email box and on everybody's social media and to beat the competition by by being side by side in comparison. That's a tough way to do business as an entrepreneur. And usually the differentiating factor in a sea of competition is price. So I work with people who don't want price to be an issue. They want to work with great clients who appreciate their expertise. And that's what great relationships do.
Great. Uh, Appreciate all that insight. And I did want to ask, I know you touched on it a bit before, but is there any other things that you've been doing differently in this new normal that you found that have worked, that might work for other business owners?
Well, the key to any marketing is consistency. And the key to building relationships is consistency and time, and and caring about people. So one of the core tools, the techniques, if you want to call it that, activities that I always have my clients do, and I do myself, is what we call how are you calls, where you simply pick up the phone and you call someone who you know and say, hi, Dave, how are you? How are you doing? Tell me what's going on in your world, and just being there for each other. And this is a key piece of a referral marketing plan, no matter what the times are like, and it's even more relevant today. I had a guest on one of my Ascenta Mastermind community support calls. I had a guest on from Italy, Monica Piscini, and she was sharing with us about what's going on in Italy and how they're staying in business and keeping their businesses going. And it's huge about relationship. And she said, some of our transactions are blocked because of what's going on right now, but the relationships are there and you keep them moving forward. And suicides are up in Italy, and so her message is, don't let anyone feel isolated. Reach out to the people in your network and just see how they're doing, and making sure that everyone is connected in a way that shows your support for who they are and not just what they do. And those will translate. When we give, we will in turn receive. So there's a lot of giving right now as a way of growing our business. And it may not result in business today, but it will result in business. Although I have clients that are doing business. I have a marketing client who got 3 big new clients this month. I have a realtor who sold 2 houses this week. So when we do business by relationship, people oftentimes need to make changes in their business and their life because of what time it is in their life and not because of what's happening economically or otherwise. So people need our help and services. Just be there for them.
Great. I appreciate it. And one thing that strikes me about you that people probably seeing this can realize, but something that I instantly pick up on is your positive outlook and your positive attitude. And I really think that you're a great example in that, but also that's critical to the referral marketing piece in your mastermind. I know that's why a lot of business owners look up to you. So I wanted to share that as a tip that you actually lead by example on with our listeners if they haven't picked up on it as immediately as I do. So.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and with that, I did get a invite and I RSVP'd for a upcoming Power Team event. Could you just tell us more about this event and any other upcoming events that our listeners might want to look for from you and how they might be able to sign up if they're welcome?
Absolutely. So the Power Team event I invited you to is actually an exclusive event for my referral team, people who I want to build a deeper referral relationship with, who I want to be able to give more referrals to, and who I think could possibly pass me more referral business as well. So it's an opportunity for us to get together and strategically talk about how we can help each other and how we can bring each other more business. It is an agenda that's timed to the minute or at least structured so we can make sure that we hit all the key points so we are absolutely productive, as well as building the relationships deeper. And it's something that, as you mentioned earlier, I lead by example. This is how I grow my business. And this event is what I also help my clients with. So they get to bring in their referral team. And that's something we work on together, is building their referral team. So this is something that I help facilitate for them, so to help them grow their business relationships and their referral relationships so they can pass more referral business to their referral team. So you get to be on my team and get to experience what my clients experience, but also it's something that I help my clients with. I do have some, low cost webinars, introductory program I call Referral Success 101. It is available on Eventbrite, and it is 90 minutes where I actually talk about, who to strategically build referral relationships with for you and your business, the 5 steps to giving and receiving higher quality referrals to get that better client, and some other key concepts that I cover with my clients, so you can use those fundamental knowledge and steps and activities and implement in your business right away to get immediate results. So that is available as well.
Great. With that, I want to thank Maile for coming on and sharing her insights. And I did want to give you the last word about why a business owner might want to reach out to you today about your coaching programs or any of the other services that you're offering.
So I have a range of ways I support my clients: workshops, small group coaching, private coaching, and the small business masterminds. And I'm open to a conversation and see where you are and how I can best help you and connect you with people that you need to know.
Great. Thanks a lot, Maile. I'll look forward to talking to you soon. And I will put the links on how to get a hold of you in the down below so people can connect with you.
Yes, if you go on YouTube, Ascentive Contra Costa, ASENTIV. If you're looking for my website, it's contracosta.ascentive.com.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.